So I was hoping that he'll come up, but he's busy. So for me, I think it's simple. Like we said earlier today, how to choose the right partner. I first start with knowing yourself as a woman or man. Know who you are. Makes it easy to find who you're looking for. God fearing. The person should be God fearing. And one thing my husband said today, and that I will repeat, he said the person should be selfless. And that's one thing I see is one of his characteristics. And mine too, not all the time because I could be a little selfish, but selfless is one of the things that you should also be looking for. The person, like I said, God fearing, um, transparent, so I think we looked at inside was when you say something, do you stand by your word? So your word should be your bond. Don't take that for granted. If you're dating someone and they tell you, like, I'm just using everything my husband said earlier today, and they tell you, this is my sister, she's 20 years old. And then 2 days later, they're like, no, I didn't say she was 20, I said she was 50. Then start checking them out that no, they're changing their words on you. So those are things you have to look out for. Don't be carried away with the beauty of the person. And I heard somebody talking about the bum bum. Please don't be carried away with all of those. What you need to focus and pay attention to it's the character of the person, the behavior of the person, their attitude, how they respond to stress, how they respond to pain, how they respond. It's very important. How you see them treat other people, and do they truly love and fear God? Those are the things that you should look out for. And he also used the example that if you have fear God, this cheating of a thing, we won't be hearing it. He talked about Job. I mean, no, not Job. What's his name? Joseph, who had opportunity to sleep with Potiphar's wife, but he didn't. Not because of anything, but he said, if I do this, I sin against my God. So it was about Potiphar's wife not being the hottest woman or the best person, but that it was not about the being. It was about the person he feared most, and that was his God. So you need to look for that in the person. And to be honest, many of these things that I'm mentioning, it's what I saw in my husband. I knew that he's a man that loves God and fear God, and he is very selfless. He also reminded me today. I really wish he was here to say all of this, but he was on live earlier and said all of this. But he reminded me today about how selfless he could be. He was to me when my car had issues when we were in our courtship, and he took the car and gave me his car, and told me to go home, and my car broke down in the middle of minus 30 something in Winnipeg. Very cold. He had to walk from where my car broke down to his house. He couldn't even open the door with his hands because his hands were all numb. He had to open his door with his mouth, right? And that's selflessness because he knew that if that car had broke down, I would have been the one going through that pain that time. So he exchanged his car with mine. And over the years, that's all I see him do. He's always doing things that he puts me first. And that's another thing we also have to look out for. Does your partner put you first? That person you're with, that person you're vetting, there's so many situations you can also vet to see if they put you first, right? So that's one important thing. But overall, we just need to pay attention because a lot of us would claim that I didn't see that attitude. No, you did, but you weren't paying attention. Like my mom always say, which is my mother-in-law, she said behavior, character, all of these things, they're like smoke. they can't be hidden for too long. They will be there coming up a little bit, a little bit. If you don't look carefully, you won't see it because many of the time it's right there, but it's just covered with something, with a blanket. You need to shift that blanket. You need to put them in position where that they will show you their true self, right? Like when we talk about guys who want a girl just because they want to sleep with you, if you give that guy too many time, you keep telling him, "Oh, just wait, I'm still thinking about it. I'm still thinking about it." He's gonna get frustrated and sleep with the next person beside you, and you'll be like, "Okay, that's it. Thank you so much." When I was doing my vetting, that was part of the reason why many of the guys I cancel out of my book because I told them, hold on, I'm still getting to know you. I'm still getting to know you. But answer me now, answer me. Many of them, two of them, to be specific, slept with girls that were my friends beside me. So we need to be careful. So we need to take time and we need to vet properly. And we need to know all of these things about these people. Are they selfless? Do they love God? Do they fear God? Are you first in their life? Right? Are they willing to go extra mile for you? Right? Do they know who they are? Because the thing again, you don't want to be with somebody who doesn't know who they are. Definitely, they will listen to the noise in the market. So let's just focus on who they are instead of us looking at how pretty they are, how hot bum bum they have, and all of that thing. And I always tell people, I've got an icing on the cake. My husband is very brilliant and smart, but he is also very hot with lots of great muscles. You know what I mean? And then the ta is is in the heavens. So all of that was just the icing on the cake. But when I met him, that was not what I was focused on. I was focused on who was he, and I paid attention. And I met him while I had too many other guys toasting me. I had to vet all of them, and I chose him, and he chose me. Okay, and he chose me, and so I think we just need to pay attention when we are vetting to know who's right for us. Our goals and our value has to align with each other. When you sit with them and you talk with them, okay, sorry everybody. Sorry. Sorry, he needed me to look at the TV. He had 11 channels or subscription under his YouTube stuff. So, yeah, sorry. But anyways, okay, thank you. But anyways, so let's pay attention when we are vetting people. Don't get confused by how they look like. Do not put ta first. Get to know this person for who they are. Don't get into a relationship because the sex is great. Remember, relationship cannot survive only on that great sex. It needs the love to be built from the scratch. Because sex is just one thing. It's not everything. So let's pay attention. I think that's what I'll say. When you have question, maybe that will juggle my memory. But yeah, that's what I'll say.
Isma, I have some questions I want to ask. So the first question is that how long think both should take, I mean the time duration before because one I'm here to things you said about knowing your partner. Yeah, I do try to summarize everything. Yeah, about knowing your partner. So how long do you think it takes to know your partner? Because in my opinion, marriage is an institution whereby I don't think anybody can graduate from. Yeah, you keep learning every day and you keep seeing many experiences. Yeah, it's either your environment or people around you, how they do and all that. But I just want to understand this time duration, because you talked about meeting your man, your husband, took some time to study him, have some connections with him, know him more. But I believe that this knowing of a thing is just, firstly, yeah, you talk about the God fearing part. Yeah, you must be God fearing. It takes the grace of God before you can see someone that, a partner that is God fearing. But I just want to, from your own experience, I want to know the duration, like the time frame that say that, yeah, I'm good to go before, when you're cutting with your partner.
Okay, thank you. To be honest, there's never a true time frame.
Okay.
It can always be some people, for us, according to my husband, well, when he saw me the first date, he knew he was gonna get married to me. I feel that's discernment, right? That was much more on a spiritual part than any other thing. And after we started our conversation, started to get to know each other, I knew I was to get to marry him. Because funny enough, I met him in March. In that same March, I had a dream of my wedding date, which was given to me August 8th of the following year. And right after that, the whole everyone that knew me or everyone that knew him said he was getting married to me in our whole church. Just friends at that. When we started talking, uh, we just knew. We both, as a woman, I already knew what I was looking for, wanted. So I presented my questions, a lot of questions to him. I wanted to know his take, and I wanted to know if we both align with each. For every question I questioned him compared to all the other guys I was still talking to. His answers were relatively closer to what I was looking for. Um, and so it made that much easier because I already knew exactly what I wanted and who I prayed for. So it made it much easier. Now, the only reason why we didn't get married in the year we met was because spiritually, I have already seen the day I should be married, and it wasn't the year we met. It was few months the following year, August 8th. I met him March of 2014, and we got married August 8th of 2015. So when you ask us, this is going to our 12 years being together and our 11 years being married. But right from day one, right from the time I've been talking to him, I knew it was going to be him. But still, I took my time. I still wanted to get to know him. I still wanted to get to know other guys. And I crossed people out of my list one after the other when I realized that they didn't align with what I was looking for, but he did. So I got married to him. So there's no true timeline. If I had a date for August 2014, I would have gotten married August 2014 because we did our courtship and all of that. So it just depends on what you are. People can meet themselves today and get married in 3 months. But have you taken your time to get to know this person? And for us, yes, because we communicate right